What up, everybody? It's your boy, Zach the King, up in this motherfucker, man. Back with another video. Man, why these shirts be making my shit look like that? Like I'm just some big back, silverback gorilla, man. Anyways, sorry for the delay on videos, man. I had to come back again to the YouTube realm, to the internet streets, because every time I stay away for a week or two, man, I got a bunch of y'all hit me up, either through text, either through DM, telling me, Zach, man, when you gonna get back on YouTube? Man, hey, I keep telling y'all niggas, I'm not a YouTube nigga, I'm just a nigga on YouTube. But once these checks start rolling in, man, hey, hit that subscribe button below so you can be the first to know help channel grow, and I will be a YouTube nigga, man. I'm not sure how to get my shit monetized. I have this app called Studio where I used to go all the way to the right and press the button, anybody who got YouTube, and it says, okay, I need this much and this much to get to monetization. Okay, it seemed like the closer I got to them numbers, then it just says your channel is not eligible for monetization no more. I'm about ready to call fucking YouTube right about now at this point, man, because this shit is ridiculous. Like, come on now. I'm not posting guns. I'm not posting anything on here that's even getting a strike. I ain't got strikes in a long ass time. So I don't know what it is, man. But anyways, as y'all can see from the title, Diddy had 50 Cent's baby mama doing what? Look at this emoji. This is the emoji that I'm gonna use. Don't I look like that emoji? look at the title and then look at my face. Y'all know what emoji I'm talking about, man. I wish, see, if I was a YouTube nigga, I'd have something to go, and then it'll pop up that same emoji while I'm talking. Man. So I had to take a break from this Diddy trial shit, man, because it just seemed like repetitive after repetitive after repetitive shit from the assistants that was testifying. It's just more shit, just more abuse shit. Oh, Diddy's violent. Oh, I seen him throw a hanger at somebody. Oh, I seen him slap Cassie up. Oh, he threatened to beat me up. Like I'm tired of hearing all this shit that doesn't have nothing to do with anything he's being charged of, as I said in past videos. Like, we know this nigga's abusive. We know he's weird. We know he's a fucking 69 freaky ass nigga, 69 guy. Like, we know all this shit. We know he's a narcissist. We know he's egotistical. But he's not being charged with any of that, okay? But, okay, so I could have made a video on the Kid Cudi testimony. Kid Cudi just basically got up there and he alluded to he thinks that Diddy is the one who was responsible for, they say, blowing up his car. When you look at the pictures, bro, it looked like somebody, like what it was. Somebody didn't even complete a job of throwing a damn Molotov cocktail in the nigga car. Like, bro, it was not anything nowhere near what is described as somebody blowing up somebody's fucking car. Like, and this is where I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm not a Diddy fan, bro. Like, I'm from the West Coast. I grew up in that Tupac, Biggie, motherfucking East Coast, West Coast shit, bro. I hated Diddy and Bad Boy as a record label staff and a motherfucking crew. And anybody wanted to be down with Bad Boy, fuck you too. That's how I felt since I was 13. I ain't never liked Diddy like that. You feel me? Do I respect all his accomplishments in music? Yeah, I'd be a hater if I said that nigga ain't have hits and found a way to squeeze talent out of people who were just, some of them which were untalented. But like, I don't have no reason to defend that nigga. You feel me? That's what my point is. But I will defend the law. I will defend the justice system. And because we are so treated so unfairly as black people, whether y'all want to agree that I'm black or not. Like, I'm the flyest light-skinned nigga you know. But, all right, back to my technical difficulty. But like I said, I have no reason to defend, bruh. You feel me? Like, but I will defend what's right and what's wrong. And yes, if he was being charged with abuse, with you know, being a freaky ass nigga, being a weirdo, like, you know, hoarding, you know, racket, what is it called when you keep too much money in your house? That's not embezzlement. Is that racketeering? When they, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, having too much money, there's a charge for that, believe it or not. If he was charged with having too much baby oil in his possession, all this other shit, then okay, he's guilty as charged. In the court of public opinion, he's guilty already. But we're talking about the court of law. They're charging him with a RICO. You know what I'm saying? Criminal enterprise. Bad Boy was not a criminal enterprise, bro. Nobody has got up there and testified that these niggas was walking around like thugs. And yeah, he had that incident with Suge Knight where he went to go look for him, but that's one isolated incident, okay? That could have been any of us looking for somebody that we don't like. Nothing happened from that. What can you be charged with? He was not running a criminal organization, bro. Yeah, he sent the assistant to go get some baby oil and some Astroglide and shit like that. That's not criminal. You feel me? That is not criminal. Because the acts that were being performed with those things that he was going to send the assistants to get was consensual. It was consensual. Okay? So let's get into 50 Cent baby mama. She's over here trying to put herself off as Jane Doe. 50 Cent has already blown up her spot on Instagram. He don't like the bitch, especially when he knows that she's fucking around with Diddy, his enemy. You feel me? So yeah, he's been trolling her for the last week. You feel me? That she's been up here testifying. Okay, let's get into some of this shit then. Because if y'all thought that Diddy had Cassie doing freaky ass shit, hey man, he stepped it up with this one. It's just he was smart enough not to beat on this one. You feel me? And that's because this lady's probably way more old. She's way more of a polished prostitute. That's what she is, bro. She's a polished ass prostitute. We're talking about Daffany Joy here. She wants to be like, oh, I'm Jane Doe. No, bitch, you're Daffany Joy. You're 50 Cent's baby's mama. But let's get to some of the facts of what she was doing with Diddy. What Diddy had her doing. Bro, she has been testifying. I'm paraphrasing all this. I had to give y'all the Cliff's Notes versions of all this shit, right? They weren't calling their freak-offs. They was calling them hotel nights. And there were a whole lot of hotel nights, okay? A whole lot of hotel nights. And you're going to be surprised of the timeline of when some of these hotel nights was going on, bro. You feel me? She testified in court that during some of these hotel nights, she would sleep with multiple men at one time in front of Diddy while he did whatever he was doing. Cassie was only getting one-on-one action. Daffany Joy was getting tossed around like a fucking salad, bruh. She was getting passed around like a hot potato around this motherfucker while Diddy sat there in the corner and watched. All consensually, okay? Some of these escorts' names are Don, Paul, which we will talk about Paul a little bit later. Anton, I believe, is another one's name. And Carball is another one. All right, I guess he's the Italian nigga. Why would she agree to do that? Anybody have a guess? Anybody? Why she would agree to let multiple men fuck on her in front of Diddy? You guessed it. As everything else in this trial, it's about some fucking money. She testified that Diddy has been paying her $10,000 a month rent. Still till this day. All right? Still till this day while she's on the stand testifying against this nigga, she is getting her rent paid for by Diddy. I don't think that payment is going to hit on the first, bitch. Okay? I don't think come July 1st, oh no, your water is cut off, bitch. You're going to have an eviction notice on your door by July 5th. Hey, you better not be spending your money on fireworks because you're going to need every dollar that you can get, okay? Diddy was paying for her lawyer. She has a lawyer for this case. Diddy is currently paying for her lawyer. Okay? Let me tell y'all this again. Diddy has been paying her $10,000 a month rent still to this day. He's paying for her lawyer still to this day, and she's still sitting on the stand trying to testify against him. He gave Cassie $20 million the very next day that she demanded it. She still got on the stand and testified against him. So not only is this about personal vendetta, but this is also about money. There is money connected to damn near every single person who's gotten on that stand and testified Diddy. At some point, he was paying them for something, whether they worked for him or whether they were doing some freaky ass shit and he was just tricking off because he liked it. It's called tricking. It's called tricking. Diddy was tricking. He is a trick. Okay? It ain't tricking if you got it. He got it. And in some of this testimony, he's telling her, bitch, you need to be on your job. You need to be on your job. And they asked her, what does that imply? To make him happy. Yeah, bitch. Hey, every person's responsibility in any kind of relationship that's not platonic is a job. If you a boyfriend, that's your job. If you're a girlfriend, that's your job. If you're a husband or a wife, that's your fucking job. Now, the duties of each job might vary from relationship to relationship, but once it's set in stone what your job is and what your description is and what is expected of you, especially in a marriage too, they wasn't married, like, you need to be on your job, because there's always somebody else, especially in these social media days, that's willing on standby to take your fucking job. And I will get into that because there were multiple women on standby and at the same time that were willing to take her fucking job. Okay. What else? Man, there's so much. Okay. She testified that Diddy had hotel nights where he would want this escort, in particular Paul, to come over, and Paul was supposed to be Shaq, Diddy was MJ, and she was Kobe. Hey, these motherfuckers was trying to form the big three before the big three probably was even invented. Like, these niggas was trying to these motherfuckers was trying to form the third triumvirate. Y'all remember back in, I'm a history motherfucker. The first triumvirate, the second triumvirate, it was like Julius Caesar, Pompey, and I forget the other nigga name. What's his name? Cassis? Something like that. But, y'all get that reference later in a history class or something like that. But, like, what is another trio? Like, the Three Stooges? Like, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, yeah, she was testifying that she had freak-offs with multiple men. She even was buying shit herself. Diddy didn't even ask for this, like portable TV so he could watch porn while they're fucking and all kind of shit during the freak-offs. What else, man? What else was there? He had nicknames for them too, called Bert and Ernie. Like, I don't know why 50 Cent took down that fucking post that he made with Bert and Ernie in lingerie, but that was so fucking funny. Like, 50 is funny as fuck, man. But, like I said about a timeline, okay, she testified that she was with Diddy all up until this point, until he went to jail for what he's currently in jail for, all right? She been with this nigga since 2020. So for the past 4.5 years, you've been with this man. She even testified that she was there throughout the whole time that the Cassie video was released, where he beat her up in the hotel, where she filed her lawsuit. She was there at the house when they all found that out, right? She knows all this information now, all this public information that we know. And they had a freak off that same fucking night. She agreed to a freak off the same night, even though she testified, oh, when I was reading this lawsuit, it was like I was reading my own life. But you still went and had a freak off the same night? I could not be a juror on this case, bro. Not guilty, not guilty. I would just be like, you know what? When they start being like, we would like to move for a mistrial, I'd be like, yeah, you know what? They need to give this nigga a mistrial, because I'm not going to vote guilty. Let's not waste all these other folks' time deliberating. Like, this is crazy, bro. None of this. She never testified to no abuse. You know what I'm saying? She never testified to Diddy beating her ass and all that other shit. He must have learned from the Cassie shit. But he damn sure had her doing consensual freak-offs. I mean, let me get that straight. Hotel nights all the way up until his arrest. Maybe 2 months prior to his arrest, they stopped doing freak-offs, but they were still fucking each other. He's still paying $10,000 a month, even till this month, of her rent. Still paying for her lawyers right now. Then she testified, and she sounded like another jealous-ass person. Because every time she would see him with this girl named Gina, she would threaten him, no more hotel nights. If you don't leave right now, leave that girl right now and come with me. She testified that she seen him in Turks and Caicos with Young Miami, and she started threatening him. You know what I'm saying? So what did he do? He flew Young Miami back to wherever she was going, and he flew her out and spent 100 bands on her. He spent 100 bands on a vacation in the Turks with her after he already ran through Young Miami. She's sending this nigga text messages, and this is what's crazy. You make my child so happy. I bet that shit had 50 blood boiling. I bet you 50 has interrogated the fuck out of his son about all this shit now. And if he hasn't, he's definitely going to. Like, I can't even imagine what the fuck 50 Cent's son is going to have to grow up and realize your mom is a fucking whore. Your mom is a high-class prostitute, bruh. She lucked up when she got with your daddy. He didn't have enough money, obviously. She went and got with his enemy, Diddy. And Diddy had her doing all kind of freak-offs, man. All kind of freak-offs, man. And that's probably a reason why 50 don't like both of them either, because he probably already knew about some of this shit, and it made him even want to hate this nigga even more. You feel me? Like, it's crazy to me. Like, all of this shit that's testified, he didn't threaten her with anything, and none of these text messages back and forth. There's hundreds of text messages they're going through. All of it's consensual. She's talking about, yeah, I felt disgusted afterwards, but you still kept doing it and doing it for years. Again, plural, years, not months, not weeks, not days, years. Why? Because you're getting your fucking rent paid. You're going on $100,000 vacations. There's other instances where she testified that Diddy was giving her cash, 15 bands here at a time, 20 bands for this. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all this shit is around cash. And now all of a sudden, when, you know, obviously, Diddy was a player, bro. He's a demon. When niggas say niggas on demon time, Diddy is the master demon, nigga. You know that nigga? Have y'all ever seen Spawn at the end of the Spawn where the clown just turns into this demon? That's Diddy. That nigga was on demon time. But how many other niggas be on demon time with multiple bitches and don't go to jail for it? Because that's what it was. At least he was being a player about the shit. You feel me? At least he didn't make it no secret. Yeah, I got bitches. Yeah, I'm going to post this bitch. If you don't like it, oh well, bitch, you'll get your water cut off. And then these bitches be like, oh, I'll do anything to be back in your good graces. Let's do a hotel night then. Like, come on, bruh. And I know Young Miami was doing freak offs. I know it for sure. I know it for sure. If he had these other bitches doing freak offs and was and fucking them multiple years, I know she was. She already admitted she likes getting pissed on, golden showers. We seen that. We watched that. She got dragged on the internet for that. But now it's all starting to make sense. Now that we see what's coming out in these damn court about how he like Cassie getting pissed on, how this bitch Daffany Joy was getting pissed on and fucked by multiple niggas. He upped his ante with these freak offs. You feel me? He stopped the abuse. He was smart enough to do that. But he upped the ante with the fucking freak offs. And she was doing these after the lawsuit, after she read all this shit. She still was doing it. She was still fucking with the nigga up until he went to jail. I bet these bitches are both mad of Young Miami. I bet you they so both jealous of Young Miami. I think Young Miami admitted that she was getting like $100,000 a month allowance from Diddy, which to him, bitch, 1.2 million a year. I coughed that. That's nothing to him. To a bitch like Young Miami, that's everything to her. He gave her a show on Revolt. He was doing everything for Young Miami that these bitches wish that he was doing for them. They just realized they was getting some perks from being with the nigga. But bitch, you know what come with these perks. And they still kept doing it. You know what I'm saying? I think these bitches was all jealous of Young Miami. And this girl, Gina. Whoever Gina is, because she's been named by Cassie and by Daffany Joy. They was jealous of this bitch named Gina, whoever she is. I'm surprised they ain't got her up here testifying. I'm surprised they ain't got Carisha up here, who is Young Miami up here testifying. But they ain't gonna get nothing out of Carisha. See, the thing that's different between Carisha and all these rest of these chicks is Carisha's black. You know what I'm saying? She ain't stupid. She playing the game far better than these other bitches played. And that's why in the long run, she made out probably the best out of all these hoes. Yeah, I'm sure he had her doing freaky shit. We know she liked to get pissed on. Oh, I'm sure niggas pissed all over her. You know what I'm saying? But will we ever know the exact details? No, but we can paint a picture of the type of shit Diddy probably had Young Miami doing. I'm going to tell you who got away with it. J-Lo. J-Lo was out. As soon as Diddy probably introduced or even brought up any of that shit, she was like, I'm out, bro. See, we all think it was that shooting shit that drove J-Lo away. Y'all forget. Don't be fooled by the rocks that she got. She's still Jenny from the block. You know what I'm saying? Meaning she's used to the hood shit. If you from the block, you feel me? That was even a saying, Jenny from the block back in the day. But I think the real reason, and we probably won't know until she writes a tell-all book herself, is that Diddy probably wanted her to be in some freak-offs, or she probably did do some freak-offs and just got tired of it and bounced and just moved on with her life. Now, she doesn't have the best track record with men after Diddy either. So, that's like her coming out saying something is like calling the kettle black, man. So I'm pretty sure that's why she's kept her fucking mouth shut the whole damn time. But this is not sounding like anything criminal. Go and read all the transcripts, because I'm paraphrasing all this testimony, and you will see this shit is about money and jealousy and just another toxic relationship that Diddy was in. But it was all consensual. It was all consensual. It was consensual enough to where they had a love contract, she said, where it was in writing that he would give her an X amount of money every single month for whatever. Bitch, you knew it came with the job. That's why you stayed so long. That's why you accepted all that money even till this day, till this month of June 2025. But guess what? The landlord wants his money on the 1st. And if you ain't got that shit by the 5th, bitch, you're out of here. There's no way Diddy could be doing anything for this bitch ever again, bro. Ever again. Hit that subscribe button below so you can be the first to know and help the channel grow, man. It's King. I'm out.